Welcome to my channel Innovate. In this video, we will going to discuss the further on sessions on the Mcat practice questions. And as you all have seen that in this video, we will going to discuss the chapter number 2 from the first year biology, that is the biological molecules. We will going to discuss the MCQs that are related with the biological molecules, and we will also going to discuss the answer key with you guys. So starting from the MCQs, before I go to start with the MCQs, make sure that you have subscribed to our channel on YouTube and like our Facebook page. So starting from the first MCQ of the chapter number 2 of the first year biology, that is the biological molecules. Okay, the first MCQ is related to the water. It says the water constitutes about -% of the cell, and after the evaporation of that water, the remaining cell mass is called. So two options are given: A 90% and the mass is called as the rough mass, B 80% remaining mass, C 70 to 90% and the mass remaining is called as the dry weight of cell, and the D is called as the 60% or the loose weight. So the answer for this question is C, that is 70 to 90%. The water constitutes about 70 to 90% of the cell, and after the evaporation the mass is called as the dry weight of the cell. The second MCQ says the linear sequence of the polypeptide chain. That look like this: the linear sequence of the polypeptide chain in which the amino acids are arranged in a linear manner is called secondary structure, B primary structure, C tertiary structure, D none of above. So the answer for this question is B, that is the primary structure of protein contain the linear sequence of polypeptide chains. You should have to remember this point, that the primary structure is formed from the polypeptide chain, linear sequence of polypeptide chain. The third MCQ says the chemical composition of which biomolecule is same in both the animal and the plant. The biomolecules are the word used similar for the macromolecules that we have discussed in the previous video. That was one MCQ in the chapter number 1 biology, that the major macromolecules of the cell are. So they are the carbohydrate, fats and protein. So the macromolecules includes the water causes the formation of biomolecules. So the biomolecules that having the similar composition in both the animal and plant, which of these above are? They are asking the name of that biomolecule. So the option says A water, B carbohydrate, C cellulose and D protein. The answer of this question is water, that is option number A. Why? Because the carbohydrate, protein, cellulose is only present in the plant, while that of the carbohydrate and protein may vary in composition in animal and plant cell. The question number 4 says the definition of the organic compound. Organic compounds, you all know, they are related with the carbon atom. So they are asking the definition. The option number A says a molecule contains the atom of carbon as a basic element with oxygen atom. B says the molecule with the carbon as a basic element bounded covalently with the hydrogen ion. Option number C says the molecule with the hydrogen as a basic element bounded ionically with the carbon. And option number D says the molecule with the oxygen as a basic element bounded to the hydrogen ion. So the answer for this question is answer number B. And this question is a type of BCQ in which they are asking the definition. Both of the options A and B are related with the carbon as a basic element, but there is change in the composition of the other element, that it may be oxygen or it may be hydrogen. So you have to remember the exact definition of the organic compound that is written in your book of biology, in textbook board. So the answer is B, carbon as a basic element bounded covalently with the hydrogen ion. The number 5 question says the difference between one amino acid and the other amino acid is because of which group? As you all know, if you know the basic structure of amino acid, you know the carboxyl group, the OH group and the R groups are attached. So the difference between one amino acid and the other can be made in which group? Option number A says amino group, B says purine, C says carboxyl group, and D says R group. So the answer for this question is the R group. That is option number D. That is, the R group is different in each amino acid. The question number 6 says, for the process of digestion and the assimilation, which of the terms are closely related? Hydrolysis and the condensation. B says hydrolysis and the reduction. C says diffusion and the hydrolysis, and D says none of the above. So if you know the process of digestion in which there is a hydrolysis of molecule and then the assimilation is the diffusion through the small intestine. So the option number C is correct. That is, the diffusion and hydrolysis are much related with the digestion and the assimilation. This question number 7 says the hemoglobin is an example of which type of structure of protein is an example of hemoglobin. So the hemoglobin is an example of a quaternary structure. That is option number C, and this point you should have to remember by heart that hemoglobin is a basic example that is asked in most of the MCQs. Now coming to the next question, that is about what is the architectural unit of the plant cell wall. The plant cell wall, that is a specialized cell wall because the animal cell does not contain the cell wall. So the plant cell wall is formed from A. cellulose, B. branch cellulose, and C. bran. So the answer for this question is A, that is the cellulose. The plant cell wall is formed from the cellulose that is absent in the animal. Question number 9 says the acyl glycerols are A. a triacyl glycerol, B. all of above, C. contain one glycerol and 3 fatty acid chain, and D says it can be saturated or unsaturated. It can be fat or it can be oil. So the answer for this question is B. That is, all of above are correct. Why? Because acyl glycerol is a triacyl glycerol. It contains one glycerol with 3 fatty acid chain, and it can be saturated or unsaturated. The unsaturated fats are more common than animal, can be soluble at room temperature, solidify like wax, and D, they have double bond. Unsaturated fatty acids are liquid at room temperature and they have the double bond as that important feature. So the answer for this question is D, that they have double bond. While the other options are that solidify like wax or soluble at room temperature are important for the saturated fat. So the correct answer is they have double bond. The question number 11 says the bee wax can be represented by which of the following formula? So here they are giving the 4 formulas that maybe one of them are correct. But you should have to remember the first formula that is correct. There is option number A. And this formula you should have to remember by heart. Any other way is not necessary to run this. So you have to remember and learn it by heart. You will be able to answer this question. The question number 12 says nitrogenous nucleotide exits generally as A. mononucleotide, B. polynucleotide, and C. dinucleotide. So we should know that the nucleotides are generally exit in our body as polynucleotide. That is option number B. Question number 13 says nitrogenous base that is not present in RNA. A. adenine, B. guanine, C. uracil, and D. thymine. So this MCQ is mostly asked and frequently asked in the questions. The answer for this question is D. thymine, because these 3 bases are present in the RNA, but the thymine is not present in the RNA. Thymine is present in the DNA only. You have to remember this point. The question number 14 says, okay, this is not a question, this is just a remembering point. You should have to remember the name of the glycolipid, that is the cerebrosides, and the glycoprotein are also called as the mucoids. That can be asked in the MCQs. I think this point important, so I put it here because I totally agree with you guys that these things are very important to remember, and I hope that you find it easy, and these practice are generally made for you guys to get easy and better practice yourself and to assess yourself in how you are going forward. So make every chapter, learn and revise every chapter, and then done this MCQ. So it may be very helpful for you guys, and I hope you will be explained well, and I hope you will be getting the better results. If you have any query, comment below, give feedback on our Facebook page, and like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.